Welcome to At Home with Music. I'm Leon Olguin. You remember the circle of fifths. You remember this picture of the circle of fifths, and you can imagine it as a musical clock where each hour is a key, and then you go clockwise, and each step goes up a fifth, C to G to D to A, and so on. And if you move counterclockwise, each step goes down a fifth, C, F, B flat, E flat, and so on. You remember, if you've watched my videos in the past where I've talked about this circle of fifths shows you how all the keys are related, how many sharps and flats are in each key. It also gives you a road map for common chord progressions. You can find chord substitutions. Anyway, I will leave links to my previous Circle of Fifths videos in the description. But now, take a look at this circle. This one obviously looks a little bit different. Instead of letters, you have Roman numerals, and instead of just one set of letters going around the circle, you've got two sets of Roman numerals, one inside the other. This circle represents, with these Roman numerals, what we call the circle of fifths progression. We'll come back to this circle later on in the video, but first of all, what is the circle of fifths progression? What are we talking about here? In a circle of fifths progression, the chords move down by fifths. That is, the root of these chords moves down by fifths or up by fourths from one to the next. So here is a common version of the circle of fifths progression in the key of C. Now I'm going to start with the bass way down here so that it can go up by fourths, and watch what happens. And I must emphasize we are staying within the key of C, so it's not all perfect fourths. We have C, F, and notice here we jump an augmented fourth to B diminished, E minor, A minor, D minor, G, and C. And we can actually focus on the core movement taken from this circle. So for example, we can go C and then go to A minor, D minor, G, C. That A minor, D minor, G, C, that's part of this circle of fifths progression. So here's what's happening. If you're going from A minor to D minor, going from A to D is a fourth going up, and then the D goes to G, going up by fourths, and then G to C. You can also go the other way. So if I start way up here, there's our root. Now it's going to go down a fifth. Instead of up by fourths, we're going to go down by fifths. C, F, B diminished, E minor, A minor, D minor, G, C. So think of this circle of fifths chord progression like a chain reaction. Each chord seems to want to go to the next. So that's the circle of fifths progression in major. Now, of course, we're using C major as our example, but you could play this progression in all the major keys. Now, in minor keys, the pattern is the same, but it's partially based on the harmonic minor scale. It has that raised seventh, but it also uses the natural minor. So here's an example of a circle of fifths progression in A minor. And we're going to start way down here so that the bass can go up by fourths. Goes from C So notice we use the G natural when we play the G major chord. So that's taken from the natural minor. And then we come to this B diminished, and now notice the E major chord is used instead of E minor. And so that's taken from the harmonic minor scale. And we use the E major now because it gives you that strong tension. You know you're in the key of A minor, I should say. And so when you play that E, you want to go to A minor. When we're doing a circle of fifths progression in the minor keys, we use the major 5 chord like E major in the key of A minor. It creates this satisfying resolution. So think about how these circle of fifths progressions sound. They sound very logical, don't they? They sound very predictable. They're very pleasing. They're very pleasant sounding progressions. You've probably figured out by now that they are used in countless songs and classical pieces. So let me play a couple of examples for you. Here's what this circle of fifths progression sounds like in a piece from the Baroque era. This is from one of the Brandenburg concertos by Johann Sebastian Bach. And here's another one by George Frederick Handel. And then finally, here's an example of a circle of fifths progression in the major key, taken from Mozart's famous piano sonata. Now, of course, these circle of fifths progressions are certainly used in popular songs. See if you recognize this song. Well, of course, that's Fly Me to the Moon, but what about this one? Well, of course, that sounds like I Will Survive. Here's another one that you may not have thought of. I don't play it very well, but you recognize that, another famous Paul McCartney song. Now, of course, you don't always have to go all the way around the circle when you're in the major key. You can jump from, say, the tonic out to the minor 6, and then you work your way back with each bass note going up a fourth, or each chord going up a fourth. Sounds like Heart and Soul. And of course, the famous 2-5-1 progression, that's just a mini circle of fifths. Anyway, we will continue to talk more about these type of progressions in future videos. But now look again at this circle of fifths. And this has a technical name, this particular diagram, if you like. It's called the circle of fifths for harmonic progression. And as you can see, it uses Roman numerals instead of letters. And you can use this circle now to play these circle of fifths progressions in every major and minor key. Now we're going to save that for another video. There'll be a special video following this one where I will play through these circle of fifths progressions in every major and minor key, and you'll be able to play along. And the sheet music for all of this will be made available to patrons of At Home with Music. So I would encourage you to think about becoming a patron of the channel. Doesn't cost a whole lot to get started, and you'll have the sheet music to be able to play through these circle of fifths progressions in every major and minor key. And you might be thinking, well, why do I need to learn all of this? What does this matter for me? Once you master this is going to help you predict which chord might come next, because these patterns, sometimes it goes all the way around the circle of fifths for harmonic progression, sometimes just part of the way, but it helps you predict what chord might come next, and that helps make learning songs much easier because so many songs follow this pattern. And we'll talk more about some of these songs in future videos as we continue to deal with this. Learning this builds a sense of musical flow, musical direction. Here's what I want you to remember from this video. The circle of fifths progression, the roots either move down by fifths or they move up by fourths. And in minor keys, it might look like this. And you get that major seventh chord. Anyway, learning the circle of fifths progressions and learning how to use the circle of fifths for harmonic progression, powerful tool to help you understand chord movement and harmony. Anyway, if you have any questions, any comments, leave those in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond. We'll be coming back to this subject in future videos, so I'm looking forward to sharing these powerful tools with you. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.